on Hot 101.9 right now. Zendaya. Everybody is looking forward to our interview with you. They're so excited. People love you.
Good. That's awesome. I like to hear that.
Yeah, I was going to say that's good. Like, people hate me, so it must be cool to be just loved. People are so excited. Let's talk about, before we get on to all the projects and everything you've got in the works, let's talk about the big thing here. Congratulations, you are the 2014 spokesperson for UNICEF's Trick or Treat, which is awesome.
It's very, very awesome. Obviously, I think most people know, obviously, about Trick or Treat for UNICEF. I mean, I did it when I was in elementary school, so I was very, very aware of what it did and all the great that it continues to do. So I was completely down for being a part of it, and just kind of, I love being a part of things that make changes and part of things that do great, work. And I know that, the money's actually going to something that's really, really important in saving lives and taking care of people. So, I'm doing I'm really just happy to be a part of it, I guess you could say. And, they made it even easier nowadays because you can, if you don't have an orange box, you can now set up a donation page online, which is super exciting. So
yeah, how do people do that? Where should they go to sign up for the if they want to do it online and just set it up and start taking donations that way? What's the website for them to check out?
trickortreatforunicef.org. So it's really easy. Just go over there and it's make a page if you want to contribute to all the great that it's doing, and it'll basically just kind of keep you informed about all the amazing things that they're doing. So
yeah, and they've been doing a lot. Just in the Trick or Treat for UNICEF event, they brought in over $170 million since it started. So
it's crazy.
Yeah, making a huge difference.
There's no such thing as a too small donation. Even what you may think is like nothing at all really makes a huge difference and takes care of and provides vaccinations, clean water, basically basic things to people who don't have it. So
I love it. Yeah, it's great. I mean, for people, like you just said, the amount of money, I mean, $1 can provide a child with 40 days of clean, safe drinking water. I mean, so really, literally every dollar does help. So get out there and do something. Somebody just texted in on our app here and said, my kids love her show. I like that it's pretty wholesome. Tell her thanks for that. So thank you for keeping it wholesome for the parents out there, Zendaya.
I try.
Exactly, and well, plus the Disney Channel, they try to keep things on the more wholesome side generally. Do a lot of really edgy stuff on Disney there. But let's talk a little bit about Disney and what's going on in your career. What are you working on right now? I'm sure you usually have 9 or 10 irons in the fire at a time. So what are some of the projects that you're on that we can see you in?
Well, right now, obviously, I'm just kind of focused on my new television show called KRSQ Undercover. It's a new Disney Channel series that I'm co-producing on, actually, which is very exciting for me because now I can kind of be even more involved and very, very hands-on in what I want, I guess you could say my future to look like, what I want this show to look like, what I envision it to be. I'm really actually making it reality, so I'm very excited about that.
That's cool. Well, it's KRSQ Undercover is the show. Tell people, I'm sure parents are like, I can't wait for it. What's the show all about? Kind of give them a little heads up.
It's basically about a teenage spy. It's a young girl named Casey, who she basically thinks she's a regular girl. Her family, she thinks, are accountants, and life. She's kind of socially awkward, just a normal teenager. When she comes to actually find out that her parents are spies, and they recruit her to help them on missions and kind of basically save the world. So not only is she, doing homework, but she's kicking butt too. So
very nice, very nice. You also came out with your album that did very well already. Any news on a new album or any new music coming from you anytime soon?
Well, I've definitely gotten back in the studio and kind of started just beginning the process. Obviously, it's still in the beginning and nothing too much yet, but I know that, I'm really happy so far with the direction it's taking. So I can't wait for that to kind of start kicking off,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you got so much going on, though. It's got to be very exciting. There was word a while back about you being in the Aaliyah biopic, and then that didn't happen. Any news on that? Is it going to maybe happen? Are you totally done with that project? Why are you done? What's the deal with that?
I decided not to do that project basically because there were quite a few issues I felt like with production value I feel like wasn't there. There were, problems with attaining music rights, and the main problem for me was definitely just the blessing of the family and the parents and of her brother and things like that. And I feel like when you're dealing with such a touchy subject, you have to be very, very delicate with it and very respectful. And I felt like that's something that wasn't handled the best way. So I just didn't feel too great about doing it.
Yeah, that's a total.
And like I said, good luck to the people who continue to do the project, and it's just not for me. Yeah,
that sounds like a great reason right there. It's like if you're going to touch something that sensitive, you want to make sure everybody who's got an interest in it is, really, really on board and approving of everything, or otherwise it's probably going to be a little awkward. I think you're right. So that's awesome. Somebody wants to know, are you going to be doing the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade this year?
I won't be. I did do it once, and that was definitely a fun time. Not this year, but it was definitely an incredible experience the last time I did it. Very, very cold, but very, very cool.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, I can imagine. You see everybody bundled up pretty well there for that one. What are you going to do for the holidays? Anything fun and exciting? Do you have family where you're at, or do you have to travel somewhere a little less exciting for the holidays?
No, I'll obviously I'll probably be working on my show, doing all kinds of craziness, but, hopefully just being able to spend time with my family. As long as I'm able to do that, I'll be good to go.
You're good to go. Halloween this weekend, any big plans for that? Are you going to dress up, or are you too busy to even enjoy Halloween right now?
I don't have plans to dress up or anything. I'll probably just help my little nieces with their costume and get them their orange boxes.
Right on. Very cool. Exactly. Because that's what it's all about. Just UNICEF. Trick or Treat for UNICEF. You can sign up at trickortreatforunicef.org to get yourself going there. Anything else that we need to tell people about, Zendaya? Or just remind everybody UNICEF is making a huge, huge, huge difference in people's lives, and they definitely need to help out this Halloween.
That's right.
Exactly. Any movies or just the new Disney show? Somebody wants to know on our app.
Right now, just the new Disney show, and I think people are going to be really, really happy with that, especially the young ones. So
yeah, exactly. So everybody out there, if you have loved or your children have loved anything Zendaya has done, check it out. KC Undercover. Somebody wants to know: is it going to be better than Shake It Up? Ooh.
I would say it's different. It's very, very different. I think that's a matter of opinion, and I don't want to, take anything away from what Shake It Up was and the great that it did, but I'd say it's it's in its own league.
It's a different show. Exactly. I love the answer. Well, Zendaya, you've done some great projects. I can't wait for KC Undercover. Everybody will check that out on the Disney Channel for some wholesome, awesome, entertaining entertainment. A lot of times you get one or the other. It's either entertaining and not wholesome, or wholesome and not entertaining. Disney's bringing you both with KC Undercover, so check that out. And then also remember, Trick or Treat for UNICEF this year. Make a huge difference. Help these children, these people all around the world out. Sign up just by going to trickortreatforunicef.org. Very easy. It'll give you all the information, answer all your questions right there, and you can set up a donation page. And like Zendaya said, every dollar counts. So make a difference. And Zendaya, thank you so much for taking on the task of being the spokesperson and helping to get the word out this year. It was awesome to talk to you, and I wish you the best in KC Undercover and everything else you got going on. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you so much.
Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.